Hey, welcome back to the channel, Tea Times for Two, Golf Travel for Couples. I'm Scott.
And I'm Cheryl.
And in today's video, we are in Henryville, Indiana, just across the river from Louisville at Fuzzy Zoeller's Design Champions Pointe Golf Club. And we're going to rate and review the golf course. So stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. If you're new to our videos, we rate each golf course and resort based on 5 categories. The first category being the layout and the playability for all levels of players. Category 2 would be the
aesthetics or the wow factor.
She gets to do the beauty for obvious reasons. The third category, of course, conditions the day that we played it. The fourth category being the amenities of the golf course and the resort. And then the fifth category would be
value or bang for your buck.
All right, good. Now, before we get into the actual ratings of Champions Pointe, I want to highlight a website. I want you to check out this website that's on the screen now. It's called Greenside Essentials, and it's a website, a company started by one of my former high school players while he was a sophomore in high school. They make golf towels with detachable brushes, bristle brushes, so you can clean your golf clubs. And he started this business from scratch with his own money, and he's a senior in high school now. Awesome kid, and he's got contracts with golf courses and companies all over the country. So if you're a golf coach like me or a golf professional out there and you're looking to stock your pro shop with some great golf towels where they have bristle brushes on them, please check out the website, and I'll leave the link in the description below. All right, for category 1, for layout for Champions Pointe, we're going to give it 4 stars. And for playability for all levels of players,
5 stars.
5 stars. Ooh, she's handing out the big numbers today. Champions Pointe is an 18-hole complex designed by Masters champion Fuzzy Zoeller, and it's located in Henryville, Indiana, about 25 miles north of downtown Louisville, Kentucky, just right off I-65 as you're heading toward Indianapolis. Fuzzy also designed the wonderful sister course, Covered Bridge golf course, just down the highway in Fuzzy's hometown of Sellersburg, Indiana.
Champions Pointe has 4 sets of tees ranging from 5,100 to 7,100 yards, but it also has an extra set of tees for juniors or higher handicap players for playing around 3,900 yards, which makes it really playable for all levels.
Yeah, you really enjoyed that, being able to play some of the longer par 5s or longer par 4s from even shorter tees. So it really speeds up play, and the higher handicap player will have a better day on the golf course and enjoy it. So it was really a pleasant surprise. We haven't seen too many places like that outside of Bandon Dunes or some of the other really high-end resorts. So that was nice. All right, what else about the course?
Well, the course has several water hazards, fairly tame bunkers, greens with quite a bit of slope, and zoysia fairways, which are a joy to play from.
Oh, yeah. If you've never played off zoysia fairways, A+. It's heavenly. Now, on the other hand, the rough is that Kentucky bluegrass, and it is extremely different to play from if you've never done so. Somebody that grew up playing Bermuda fairways and Bermuda rough, which can be penal at times, but you get down in this Kentucky bluegrass and that ball will settle down 4 and 5 inches, and it's crapshoot. So you want to stay out of the rough. The course also has some really nice elevation changes, which is nice for someone like us who's from the flat plains of north central Texas. All right, category 2, the aesthetics or wow factor. We're going to give Champions Pointe 4 stars. Champions Pointe was visually a very nice day on the links. So the course winds through trees and several small water hazards, and even though it's in a neighborhood, you feel isolated and alone in nature. The fairways, greens, and rough were all in terrific shape and bright green, which added to the beauty of the golf course. Champions Pointe is not as tight as its sister course, Covered Bridge, but it's still a pretty day on the golf course. Some of our favorite holes on the golf course, starting with hole number 1, which is a short straightaway par 4 with a wide fairway and a lone bunker right in the landing area. And your second shot is into a slightly elevated green surrounded by tall bluegrass rough and a bunker right. Yeah. In fact, that bluegrass rough is everywhere on the course, making it very, very difficult. Hole number 2 is a medium length par 3 into a green that is offset left to right, favoring a fade. Green is protected by a deep bunker right and a forest area long and tall bluegrass surrounding the green. Hole number 5 is a short par 4 that you need to lay up off the tee short of a bunker on the right side of the fairway, and it has OB all down the left side. The green is offset right to left, so it favors a draw into it, and it's protected by deep rough around the green and a deep bunker left. Hole number 7 is a longer par 4 with a fairway split by a large bunker and a pond all down the left side of the hole. Hit it to the right side of a split fairway for the best angle into the green and to avoid the pond left. The green's saddle shaped and it tilts towards the pond and the 2 bunkers on the left side, so make sure you leave your approach out to the right of the pin if you have a left pin placement. Moving on to hole number 8, it's a medium to short par 4 depending on the tee played with a pond all down the left and a deep fairway bunker on the right side of the landing area. The green has quite a bit of slope to it and has the pond and a deep bunker left and out of bounds if you go over that green. Moving on to hole number 10, it's a short par 4 that you need to just lay up to the fairway in the fairway as a lake runs down the left side of the entire hole and the fairway tilts towards it. The green is really shallow and has a lot of tilt from right to left, and it's flanked on the left by 2 bunkers and then, of course, the lake if you miss those bunkers left. Hole number 11 is a medium length par 3 with an offset green favoring a fade, and it's flanked on either side by 2 bunkers short and the ever-present deep bluegrass that is so difficult to get out of. Hole 15 is a longer downhill par 3 with a small pond down the right side and a deep bunker front left into a deep green that requires a very good club selection to avoid 3 putts because it's such a long green. And then finally, hole 17, a short par 4 that is drivable as the tee shot runs severely downhill after cresting the hill. However, a pond flanks the left side of the hole starting at the landing area. Yeah, my brother tells me, no, you can hit driver here. It's no worry. And I was about 3 feet short of that pond, so I busted it about 290 off the tee. So if you clear the crest of the hill, you're going to roll down toward that pond. So word to the wise, don't listen to your brother. Hit a fairway wood or a hybrid off the tee, short of that bunker on the right, and then you've got just a little short iron into the green that's protected by 2 bunkers in the front, and then, of course, the pond on the left that I supposedly couldn't reach. Thanks, brother. All right, category 3 for course conditions. We're going to give Champions Point
5 stars.
5 stars. Man, you're in a great mood today.
Yeah. So we played Champions Point the first week of July, and it was in terrific shape. The greens were in superb condition for being in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, the Zoeller fairways, as we said before, if you've never played off of them, they are an absolute joy to hit out of. I mean, if you can't hit a good pure iron shot off that stuff, you won't hit it off anything. And then the bluegrass rough is gorgeous, but it is a booger bear to try to hit it out of. Again, like I said before, you really got to play it like a bunker shot when you're around the green and just open up your sand wedge and hit a bunker shot with it. The fairways, good luck. You're going to have hay come out with you when you hit it. It's really different from hitting in the Bermuda rough that I grew up playing. You know, with Bermuda, the ball might set up on top. You might get lucky and be able to get a club on it. And if it gets down in it, of course, you're just hacking it out. But this stuff, you think you can play it out of. It'll grab that club head. It's a booger bear.
You heard it here.
That's Georgia. That's South Georgia for it's a bleep to get out of. There you go. Family show. I can't rave enough about the condition of Champions Point. Again, it was awesome. Like I've said in other videos, I've played probably 10 or 11 golf courses, public courses, and a couple private ones in the Louisville area, and every one of them are just terrific. I would love to bring all of them back here to Dallas-Fort Worth because I'd never get tired of playing them. So Champions Point, A+ on the conditions. Category 4 for amenities. We're going to give Champions Point just 2.5 stars. Champions Point has a nice practice range and a putting green. It does have a fully stocked pro shop, although I don't think you got an outfit from there, did you? It has a grill that's open for lunch and dinner 5 days a week, and turn food on Monday and Tuesdays only. So, you know.
Champions Point has an event center that you can host weddings, parties, etc. So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have any resort amenities, but it does offer stay and play packages with local hotels.
Yeah, so it's not a resort. It's just you go up, play the golf course, and go back home. But it does have, if you're staying in the Louisville area, there's a couple of hotels along I-65 there that they have packages with that'll help save you some money on your green fees. But it's not a golf resort per se. So, okay. All right, category 5, or value or bang for your buck. We're going to give Champions Pointe
4 stars.
4 stars. All right, Cheryl, what were the green fees like?
So summer fees midweek in the morning are going to run you around $91. Afternoon, anywhere from $71 to $81. They have different passes and memberships, which lower the cost, as well as the stay and play packages, like we mentioned before, with the local hotels.
Yeah, and I think they do a dual pass where you can play Covered Bridge and Champions Pointe at sister course, and you get a little bit of break on that. And they also have memberships that you can go back and forth between the two. So it's a really, really good value, I think. Now, it may seem like $91 is not that good of a value, but compared to what you get in the quality of the layout and the condition of the golf course, then you definitely get what you're paying for and then some. We can't get anything close to this level of golf course in Dallas-Fort Worth for $91. I mean, you go play a Cowboy Club and you're dropping $250. So you can go to Texas Rangers golf course, which is really nice, but you're paying $125, $140. So, we don't have anything like that here. I would love to bring it back here. Like I said before, I think I've played 10 or 11 golf courses in the Louisville area, in Indiana and Kentucky, and all of them have been really good layouts with terrific condition. And we played them in the summer. I played them in the spring, over spring break. I played them over Thanksgiving and Christmas break. Every time I go see my brother there, every one of them have been a joy to play. And this was no different. All right, let's give Champions Pointe an overall score. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars.
I'm going to give it 5 stars.
5 stars. She is really in a good mood today. We thoroughly enjoyed our round at Champions Pointe, as you can tell. The course layout, the beauty, and the conditions were top notch, as were the people in the clubhouse and the grill. Treated us just like we belonged there. It was really nice.
Having the extra sets of tees for higher handicap players like myself, it really makes this a terrific course for all levels of players. Yet the rough and the bunkering makes this a challenging course for the lower handicap players. So.
Yeah, it can bite you. Champions Pointe, along with its sister course, Covered Bridge, are must plays if you're staying in the Louisville area. So if you're there, you need to check these two out. They're really just right across the bridge in downtown Louisville, not very far. It took us, I think, 20 minutes maybe to get from my brother's house there, and he lives on the north end of Louisville on the way to Cincinnati. So it didn't take long at all. It's definitely going to be worth your trip out there, and you're not going to be disappointed in either one of those two layouts.
So if you played Champions Pointe, let us know what your experience was like and how you would rate the course. We love hearing from you. Just put it in the comments below.
Yeah, our followers who watch us would love to know if they're in the Louisville area what a local would think of these golf courses, because we hit it on one day in the first week of July and it was awesome. So,
as always, remember, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe below so that we can keep providing content like this to couples like us who love to travel and play golf.
Yeah, and be sure to check back next week as we continue our Louisville series, as we drive just a few miles down I-65 from Champions Pointe to its sister course, Fuzzy Zoeller's Covered Bridge Golf Course. And then check out our other videos from series all over the world, like
Cabo San Lucas.
Oh, yeah, Cabo. Got to go in February to see the whales. Las Vegas, which we just finished a series on. Myrtle Beach, which we're in the middle of 80-something golf course review. Bandon Dunes, my all-time favorite. Scottsdale.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. I did say, yes, don't get excited. We're not going back. The Caribbean, and even Scotland. For those of you who looking to make a pilgrimage over there, I can help you out. And please give me a shout, and I'll help you plan your own trip and save you thousands of dollars like I did. So hopefully someday we're going to see you on the first tee.
Right. Hit them straight.